need to trim the ends, but I'm gonna wear them a little bit, get them kind of broken, so I know exactly where I want to make that line at. It's either going to be the first or the second button. I'm kind of wanting to do the second button, but we shall see. I need new gloves. I've had these for about 2 years. They've done an excellent job. They're Gore-Tex, and not Gore-Tex, Core-Tex. I think I said Gore-Tex, I just didn't want it to sound like the wrong thing. And I think I got them from Honda, like a Honda dealership 2 years ago. I don't know if Harley carries them or not, but you see them, they look like this. They've lasted me 2 years, and I'm really rough on everything. So they are good. Kind of comfortable just cruising today. I'm not totally freezing. I got the chaps on. I need to get like a hoodie, something like that. Hadn't had a hoodie in a while. I want one of the armored ones. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm wanting something that I can put my vest over and it still looks right. So that's what I'm looking for. Put my vest on and it still looks right. Yes, Vanity. Our old friend Vanity. I had 2 friends named Vanity. One of them had a studio in Houston. She had like really creepy art kind of stuff, if you're into that. It's pretty cool. And she did some other studio stuff. Say she, but I mean he's a drag queen, went by Vanity. And was really cool, to be honest. But some religious nut turned about to be some religious nut that had, or was the ex of an employee, threw a firebomb in the front door and burned down Vanity's studio. This was just a couple years ago. You know, I have no problems with differences of opinion and stuff like that. You live your life, I live mine. But once it gets to violence like that, we've got a problem, because at that point, you're just a terrorist. That's all you are. It's not the first time any businesses in the queer community have been firebombed. I mean, there's the Upstairs Lounge and all that kind of stuff. That's, I think, the famous one. Radio talk show hosts were laughing about it back then. Hell, they were laughing about that even in the 80s. Which is sick. The other Vanity I didn't really know very well, but I had the privilege of speaking to, because I am friends of a friend, and actually I'm friends with a couple of friends. One of them, it's not 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's like 1 degree. Because I know people in the music industry, and I know people in the queer community and that sort of thing that know her. or knew. I had the honor, privilege of speaking to her a couple times, just by chance. I thought that was pretty cool. Shit. She got all religious too, but she didn't hurt people, which was cool. And she was still cool with people from her previous life, just didn't, you know, put it out there kind of thing. I thought that was cool. Probably had no idea who I am. It's one of them things of, I know this person, he's friends with you, and we got to talk for a little while on one occasion, and on this occasion it's like, okay. So don't get that wrong. It's not like, oh, we're best buddies, no. It's just, hey, we've met and we've talked. Those sort of things. That's all that is. I need to check on the other vanity. But that's a wound that's not going to heal very easily. It's been several years at this point, but when you're the target of a hate crime and some religious nut throws a firebomb through your front door and burns your business and home to the ground, that's not something you get over very easily. And I'm not an atheist, so don't get me wrong there either. You know, I think each group has those kind of wackos. Might need new front shocks. My shit's dipping down very easily. I'll have Harley check it out. I don't know. There we go. Everybody work together. We can all get to where we're going. No need for the hostilities. Unless you piss me off, and then there will be some fucking hostilities. It's weird how you just randomly, maybe it's just the ADD thing or what have you, I don't know. You're just kind of chasing that tennis ball. But it's weird how those conversations, like, you think of a word and it reminds you of this and then it goes to that, and you got like this chart on the wall, kind of diagram with a string of how did we get to this conversation. I have no idea. I'm just heading to the dealership. I got in too late. I woke up too late. I'm gonna have to get over again. And I missed the meeting this morning. Let's see if I can help with some other shit. We shall see. But on the previous topic, I'm not knocking religion. I mean, I have some issues with organized religion and the harm that it's done. The millions and billions of people it's killed. But faith, religion, I have no problems with. We came from something, you know. It's like, I'm not agnostic, but I'm close, you know. I think to be agnostic, you'd have to say, like, You're not an atheist, but you just don't know. You can't say. I've seen too much shit. I know there's got to be something else. There has to be. I don't know if we're all praying to the same God in a different language or what the deal is, but I know there's something higher than we are. There's something higher than this insignificant species of talking apes. There has to be. Don't wanna slip in the mud. Don't wanna slip in the mud. Fuck you too. It'd be weird when you die. You find out, oh yes, there is a creator, but we forgot about this creator thousands of years ago. And all the gods we've been praying to ever since have just been pissing that motherfucker off. That would suck. But I guess you gotta have faith. Whatever you believe in. Maybe that's good enough. I really don't know. And any people I know who could honestly 100% answer that question can't answer that question. Why? Because they're dead. There's what, 3 people in the Bible that didn't die? Oh yeah, I could read the Bible. I'd already read the Bible front to back by the time I was about 3, maybe 4, several times. My grandfather, most of my family's Catholic, and my grandfather was Baptist. And I grew up more on that end, and he was a deacon in the church, and my mom was living with him when I was real little. And every night I would sit in his lap and I would read out of the King James Bible. And I would read the Bible to him every night. So yeah, I did have a very religious upbringing. I miss my grandfather terribly. But then again, it's like, it's gonna sound very strange. And I'm kind of glad he died before I came out, because he would have disowned me. 100%. I love him to death. My grandmother might have possibly had some kind of acceptance. Or that grandmother, but no, he would have disowned me. I'm excommunicated from, anyways. I'm excommunicated from the Catholics and the Baptists. Not from my mom though. Not from 2 of my sisters. One beautiful aunt and a cousin that I met years later. But from the rest of them, yeah. It's like you're blood, but you're not family. You can't be family unless you're straight, heteronormative, whatever the boring fuck that is. At least my life's not boring. Whatever it is, it's not boring. Not in any way. I've fought and scrapped for everything I've ever had in life. wasn't given shit. It was weird after I had my accident because no one's ever really helped me. No one's ever done anything like that. And a random friend from the internet who had his own problems. Guns and Barbecue. He's an awesome dude. Check his channel out. It's going through some changes. I usually don't get to catch it live anymore just because of scheduling. I generally watch his channel, you know, later on as I'm driving down the road because I listen to y'all's channels while I'm driving. And if you put your channel in one of them promo things, like on Shade Tree Surgeon or Spite's channel or one of them self-promo links, I actually go through those. That is a long friggin' light. Why did it do that? You're expecting it to be quick and then it goes real slow. But if you put your stuff on there, I scroll through there and on people's Discord, stuff like that, looking for things to listen to while I'm driving. You know? But yeah, Guns and Barbecue, he's pretty cool. He started a fundraiser for me. And it was just enough. Nobody had ever done anything like that. Very touching, very amazing. I cannot say enough good about it. It took that and St. Christopher Foundation. If you haven't looked them up or you haven't heard of them, when you go on truck stops like the TA and they're giving out those buttons and all that stuff, we're not giving them, you're buying them and it's a donation. They're 100% donation based. They don't pay everything either. They don't have enough money to, but they'll pay what they can, and they help me out with some of my more major bills. My boss actually helped me out a little bit, and she is a wonderful person too. She's awesome. If I didn't like her, I wouldn't be working there. The big boss, the owner, you know. I've been driving for 27 years. I have a good driving record. I haul hazmat, I pull a tanker. I've done all kinds of stuff. I can work anywhere I want. At least now I can. Yeah, if I didn't like her, I wouldn't be there. And then Barbecue's fundraiser. It took every penny from all of it. And I was able to barely scrape by. And I cannot thank everyone enough. Give me just enough to fog my visor up. Woo, get some wind. That's neutral. On the next episode of Finding Neutral, where have we found neutral? We found it here, we found it there, we found it everywhere, but when we wanted to fucking find it. I find it easier to shift into neutral as I'm coming to a stop. That's the easiest way that I've found. Then you come to a stop and you're trying to find it. It's a pain in the ass. Thank you for the blinker. cruise was about useless. It came in handy coming back from my sister's wedding. 540 miles, yeah. Other than that, I just don't use it. I don't have that much of a need for it. But I'm heading to Kingwood Harley-Davis. And I gotta talk to a few people. See if a friend of mine, I don't know if she's gonna be there because she was in the hospital like 2 weeks ago. She generally sews my patches. So she wants to sew some of my patches. I might get a jacket here. I might go to Cycle Gear. Cycle Gear is awesome. They just need some larger sizes. I never have a problem finding coats and stuff. Women's coats sometimes, but I can always find a men's coat that'll fit. It's like that below the waist sort of thing. It's I got a big ass, hips, all that good stuff, and finding something to fit my big ass into is not exactly easy. I mean, I've got half a cow on right now. Between my vest, my gloves, and my chaps. It's like half a full-grown cow. Maybe that's what I should do. Just buy a whole cow skin, but tell them to leave like the arms and the legs. And, you know, leave them closed if you can. Don't split them open. Just take everything out of them, can it? And I'll slide my legs into the cow's back legs, my arms into the front legs, and we can put a zipper on it. And then I've got riding gear. That's what I need to do. That'll work. These chaps are warm as fuck. Right about them. Heated seat would be nice too, but I can't let myself enjoy that much luxury. I'm going to take the Klingon approach. Sleeping on a hard rock, everything else. Can't let yourself get soft. I'm going to watch these people. I think Carlin was off on his numbers. You know, I said, think about George Carlin, you know, he said, think about how stupid the average person is. He's like, now realize, half of the people are even stupider than that. I think he was off on his numbers, though. Because it's way more than half. But I'll catch y'all later. Adios. Vaya con Dios. Sayonara. Bye.